We're approaching the Yom Tov of Chanukah. It's a time of joy and happiness in Jewish homes all around the world. Presents, gifts, money. Everyone's excited. But there have been times in Jewish history where Yom Tov like Chanukah were not so easy to celebrate. I want to tell you a story tonight of courage, bravery, and Mesivta nefesh for Torah that revolves around Chanukah that I hope as we enter the Yom Tov can inspire all of us. Back in the winter of 1944, there was a bunch of Jewish women who were in a labor camp under the Nazi rule during the Holocaust. These women were being worked very hard every day to build ammunition for the Nazi army. It was approaching the Yom Tov of Chanukah, and these girls said to each other, these were all girls who came from Jewish homes, many of them from frum homes. They said, we cannot go a year without the Yom Tov of Chanukah. We must have Chanukah. How are we going to have it? And at that moment, they hatched a plan that with no candles, no menorahs, no seemingly way to possibly do this, they were going to find a way to have Chanukah. So the plan was as follows. There were a few girls who worked in the kitchen, and they said, we are going to go every day and steal a potato. And each day those girls stole a potato, and they were able to build up a collection of a bunch of potatoes and hollow them out. And they made them to be in the place of the menorah. There were a few other girls who worked in the kitchen, and they said, we're going to steal every day a little bit of oil. And they stole a little bit of oil from the cooking that the Nazis had over there, the vat of oil that they had for cooking. And they put that oil into those potatoes, and now they had candles, and they had the oil. But they didn't have wicks. It came the night of Chanukah, after a couple of weeks of their preparations. How are they going to have wicks? That night, each girl took from her garment, the one garment she owned. Each girl, we're talking about in the Holocaust, they had one garment. They took that garment, they ripped a piece off, spun it into a wick, and now they had wicks. They had the menorah, the potato. They had the oil from the kitchen. They had the wick from their one garment, but what about the fire? There was one brave girl named Shandel, and she had the bravery to go up to a Nazi guard and say, can I please have a match, sir? The Nazi guard laughed at her, mocked her. What do you want a match for, you Jewish girl? What do you think this is going to do for you? But you know what he said, and for some reason he said, if it makes you happy, here, take the match. Go do with it whatever you want. Whatever you think you need a fire for, enjoy. Good luck. The girls gathered that night excitedly in one room. And together, in one of their barracks, they gathered together and they lit Chanukah candles on the first night of Chanukah. The joy was unbelievable. They danced, they sung, and they were so happy. Of course, within a few minutes, the Nazis barged in, furious, put out the Chanukah candles, and made each girl sit on her knees in the snow in the freezing cold outside for 4 hours. The young girl Shandel, who had asked for the match, was the one who told me the story. And when she told me the story, she said that although they were on their knees for 4 hours and were in a lot of pain, not once in the entire time did they wipe the smiles off their face. They were so happy that they had done a mitzvah for Hashem, even in the hardest possible times. This is the strength of our great-grandparents, our grandparents, and the people who came before us. To do mitzvahs even in those trying times. Right now, we're enjoying a Chanukah where we get to have yummy latkes, beautiful donuts, and lots of presents. Sometimes it's not that easy, but the strength and emunah that was put into us by these people will carry on forever. This is the story of a great woman, Shandel Basara, my grandmother, who passed away this year. The story should be a Le'ilu Nishmasa and a schus for her neshama. Have a good Freilich and Chanukah.